questions I have are, what matters to you? Is there anything that we can do to help you? We are listening.
I'm a student in third year BACD Community Development at Glasgow Uni. I work for Inverclyde Council Youth Services.
I work for NHS Dumfries and Galloway. I support community development in a wide area called North West Dumfries.
I work for North Lanarkshire Council and I'm a Community Learning and Development Manager within Motherwell and Wishaw Shorts areas.
My job title is a project worker at Shettleston Methodist Church.
I work for Aberdeenshire Council.
I'm a student at Glasgow University. I'm working on placement in North Ayrshire Council.
I'm the participatory budgeting manager with the Scottish Government based in Edinburgh.
I'm a community health development worker and I work within the communities of Upper Nithsdale, which is a rural community in Dumfries and Galloway.
I think it's undeniable that at a time of profound change, populism, authoritarianism, rise of the right, people being left behind, kept behind, Trump, Brexit, all of these kind of contours on the political landscape. And I think the United Kingdom is a really good teacher about politics. And it's true, without a doubt, that in Scotland it is much more open and inclusive than it is in Westminster. But let's be honest, being more democratic in Westminster is not getting over a particularly high bar. And at the very least, if democracy is about anything, it should be about giving our communities the ability to make good things happen for them and to stop bad things happening for them. Top-down ways of doing things, it might work for those that are at the top, but it doesn't work for most other people. In fact, it pulls power away from them. Each self-defined community should be able to, as much as possible, plan and run their own town or village through an elected development trust. This is driven by a local plan that incorporates both social and spatial planning. The two are not separated as they have been in the past. And for those communities to come together to create the region and then the state that they want, so that sovereign people have a system of government, not only agreed by them, but also created by them. And I suggest to you that is what democracy will look like in the 21st century. Thanks.
Today we were doing a workshop on our engagement report.
My workshops today are on the Democracy Matters conversations for the Scottish Government consultation.
I was facilitating a workshop today on the Community Empowerment Act.
My workshop today is demonstrating the history and background of community development within Scotland.
Being a member of SCDN is really beneficial to me because I get to meet other members from other community groups.
Membership of SCDN means for me that I get to speak to other practitioners that have got similar values and principles into mine.
Being a member of SCDN helps me in my practice because I can then link in with other people, get advice.
It's just really interesting to meet different people from different areas around Scotland as well.
And this reminds me that there's a bigger field than just the small community I'm working in.
I like the whole programme with starting with a speaker from the Electoral Reform Society and particularly the workshop on Democracy Matters because actually that's what community development is about.